Certified crazy, unapologetically healed. What if the reason you can't move on is because you were never given permission to pause? What do you do when you can't move past your past? Start charging rent. If it's gonna live in your head, it might as well help with the bills. Be right back. Certified crazy, unapologetically healed. Welcome to the Unorganized Chaos Network. I am the evangelist of entertainment. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for turning on that notification button. When you can't move past your past, pause right there. Don't rush yourself. Don't shame yourself. A wound doesn't close just because time passed. It closes because it was tended to. Here's what you do, not all at once, but bit by bit and breath by breath. Sit with the story, but don't let it steer the ship. Write it out. Speak it out loud. Cry it through. Rage if you need. You have a right to feel it all. But remember, you are not only what happened to you, you are also who survived it. Make meaning, not myth. Sometimes we keep replaying the past because we're still trying to understand it. That's human. But be careful not to turn pain into prophecy. Just because someone hurt you then doesn't mean love will always betray you now. That's the part I'm trying to work on for myself. It doesn't mean love will always betray you now. Find your mirror tribe. Get around people who don't just see your scars, but speak to your strength. This is so important. I have my tribe. I love my tribe. Your healing deserves community. That might be therapy. That might be church. That might be a group chat that starts with, "You good?" and ends with laughter. Forgive the younger you deeply. Forgive the younger you. Not the I guess I have to kind of forgiveness. The real kind. That you did the best you could with what you had kind. Hug her. Hug both sides. Feed her. Talk to her like you would your child, not your enemy. Build a today worth loving. Even if it's tiny. Make your bed. Water a plant. Say no to that test. And no is a complete sentence. No does not require nor need an explanation. N-O, period. And say yes to your dreams. Every act of love in the present is a rebellion against your pain, trying to define your future. Give yourself permission to grieve, not just the people who hurt you, but the versions of you that never got to fully live. Mourn what should have been. That grief clears the way for what still can be. If your past is loud, it's only because your future is threatened to be even louder. Ask yourself this. What if healing is not about forgetting, but about remembering differently? You do not have to erase your past. You just have to stop letting it hold the pen. I am not bound by what broke me. I bless my past for the lessons, but I no longer give it the power to lead me. I am free to grow forward, even if I heal slowly. Now let's go to the good books. If you would turn in your Bible to me, please, to Philippians 3:13 through 14, you will find these words. But one thing I do, forgetting what is behind and straining toward what is ahead, I press on toward the goal. Now, even Paul said, don't stay stuck in what's behind you when God's still calling you forward. Now, this is a good book. I recommend it. Highly recommend it. It's called The Body Keeps the Score by Dr. Bezel. The Body Keeps the Score. It's a powerful book. It explains how trauma imprints itself on your body and brain, and why sometimes, we just can't get over it. But healing isn't about forgetting. It's about reclaiming your body, your voice, and your power. Watch Antoine Fisher. Watch it again. Antoine says, I've never had a birthday party. I've never been in a real family. And yet, by the end, he confronts his past with tears, truth, and triumph. This film is the answer. You speak your truth, feel your pain, and walk into healing. Anyway, and listen to Bad Lady again by Erykah Badu. You're going to hurt your back dragging all them bags like that. Sometimes the past is emotional luggage. We carry it like it's a designer bag, but love is breaking your back, not blessing your path. Trauma is not what happens to you. Trauma is what happens inside you as a result of what happens to you. That quote was by Dr. Gabriel Maty. He is the author of The Myth of Normal. There's no such thing as normal. Normal is just a dial on a washing machine. And the dial on the washing machine normal isn't normal because it'll say normal slow, normal fast, normal hot, normal cold. Normal is a myth. Trauma is not what happens to you. Trauma is what happens inside you as a result of what happens to you. Dr. Gabriel Maty. This quote shifts the focus inward, not to blame, but to empower. Because if the impact lives in us, then so does the power to heal. All right now, loves. I'm not about to give you a regular TED talk, but it's going to be a healing head talk straight from the psych ward of my soul. Will the meds be strong and the growth? Love is a whole testimony. I'm certified crazy, but I'm unapologetically healed. Okay, loves, I'm the friend who done cussed out her therapist. I love my therapist. I do. I really do. She's a sweetheart. Took her meds for ginger ale and still be feeling mysterious. I'm the girl in the psych ER reading songs with my do-rag on. Told the nurse I got PTSD and she yawned. Wow, I guess she was tired. But see, they don't know like we know, right? That sometimes survival look like silence and fight. It look like you smiling wide with your afro thick, but deep down screaming, I ain't built for this shit. But labels don't define me. You ever been called dramatic, too much, or unstable? Meanwhile, your trauma's sitting big at the dinner table. They said I had major depression, a little anxiety. Told me I ruminate too much. I still don't even know what ruminate means. But loves, I was just trying to care. According to the American Psychiatric Association, Black women are 50% less likely to receive mental health care than white women because half the time, our pain gets mislabeled as an attitude. Or we are told, girl, just pray about it. Now, don't get me wrong. I love me some Jesus and some sage. Like y'all know, I talk to Jesus on Sundays, my therapist on Mondays. But sometimes healing takes more than a Sunday praise. Therapy ain't weakness. It ain't. It's resilience in motion. Black woman, your vulnerability. That's sacred devotion. You know, the DSM ain't got my full story. They tried to fit me in the DSM like pants on too tight. Said I had borderline tendencies. I'm borderline black and tired. I ain't got no borderline. You see, they got names for all our coping techniques, but none of them consider growing up black on these streets. My mind used to say, don't let them white folks label you. But then my own folks would turn around and call me crazy too. So which is it? Am I sick or am I strong? I think both can be true at the same time. Or do I need space to just belong? You are not your diagnosis. You're a whole damn galaxy, just trying to make sense of your gravity. Just trying to make sense of your gravity. You're a whole damn galaxy. Let that speak through you, and to you, and from you. You know, my crazy got courage. I'm sure all of you loves you wonderful, beautiful black sisters. I love me beautiful black women, beautiful black sisters. You ever took your lesson pro with a side of affirmations, that spiritual and that spiritual and pharmacological elevation? I can't believe I wrote a word that came from there. Pharmacological elevation. I was reading a book and got this from a book, Crazy Got Courage. I love reading. I got books over there. But let's normalize our crazy, because it's courage. Let's normalize crying in the car, needing a nap before work, talking back to intrusive thoughts like, girl, not today, we got church. They say you bipolar. I say I'm by what? I am by winning, baby. I swing from sad to brilliant. And if I gotta ride the waves, I'm going surfing and resilience. According to NAMI is the National Alliance of Mental Illness. Over 7 million black folks live with mental health challenges, and too many are doing it in silence. So I'm talking loud. I'm shouting proud. Yes, I've had SIs. And yes, I'm still allowed to dance, to dream, to date, to laugh. I ain't dated in a while. I'm still allowed to be on Zoloft and still whoop your ass in space after a good nap. What healing actually looks like. Healing ain't pretty. It's missed text. I miss my text messages on purpose though. It's unwashed dishes. It's canceled plans to just sit with your wishes. I don't even make the plans to cancel. I would rather sit with my wishes. It's eye movement therapy and talking to God. It's saying no more to chaos, even when it feels odd. CBT, EMDR, somatic release. It's like spiritual hair grease for your mental peace. My bestie said, healing is expensive. I said, so is staying broken. One cost your coins, the other your existence. The saints said, you don't need therapy, just go to church. I said, then why pastor got a therapist too? Let's do the research. There are more and more pastors and ministers and bishops and archbishops and apostles and evangelists, whatever you want to call them, ministers. More and more are going to therapy all the time. And the stats for pastors who unalive themselves is crazy. Pastors go through a lot. You talk about church hurt. What about pulpit hurt? We're going to redefine crazy. So what do you do when the world calls you mad? When you're trying to heal, but folks treat you like a fad? You lean into your soul, not their perception. You honor your pain without begging for redemption. Andre Lord said, read his book too. Caring for myself is not self-indulgence. It is self-preservation. Caring for myself is not self-indulgence. It is self-preservation. And that right there, that's the revolution for this generation. So let me give you my benediction. Let me say this. If you've ever been 1013 or misdiagnosed or dismissed, you still deserve joy. You still deserve bliss. If you've ever been sectioned or locked up in thought, you're not defective, sis. You're just deeply sought. God don't throw away broken things. He restores. And your story is poetry with battered scars galore. Repeat after me. I am not my breakdown. I am the breakthrough. I am not the stigma. I am the truth. I am not too much. I'm finally enough. Now pass the mic to the next crazy queen. Because we ain't victims. We are the healing machine. Now I'm about to go listen to some Golden by Jill Scott and I'm Not My Hair by India Ari. But before I do, if you're tired of your past holding the mic in your story, hit that like button. Drop a I'm reclaiming me in the comments and share this with someone still healing in silence. Let's grow forward together. Thank you so much for liking. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for turning on that notification bell. Thank you so much for subscribing. I love you. I appreciate you. I thank God for you. All hearts and minds are clear. Go govern yourselves accordingly.